going in the postseason.
He told me before the game, we are definitely a playoff team. We just need everyone to learn their roles, and the young players have to come with attitude every night. He said young guys don't know how to be hungry. They don't know what it takes to be hungry every single night. Would you agree, Sean?
I would agree 1,000%. We talked about it before the game. You're just, right now you're handing a lot of young players in this league the keys to the car, and they haven't earned it yet. And you have a lot of guys out there that are trying to teach younger players how to play. Whenever we go around to different teams, the older vets are saying, hey, it's hard to get the young guys to listen. They step in the league right now, and they act like they know it all. But, they're unwilling to accept coaching. You have to have a ton of patience with them, but at the same time, you got to drill it into them, some kind of work ethic.
Ron Lue with a great job just to beat the shot clock. Now, Charles Oakley has, over the last 3 or 4 years, been one of the most vocal people in the league, talking about how the young players, many of them, not all of them, but a lot of them come into the league not exactly prepared on how the game is played at this level.
Exactly. They're getting by right now because they're playing in high school. They're getting by with talent, and they don't need the fundamentals to dominate. But once they get up to this league where they're playing against men that know how to play, if you don't have the fundamentals, you're going to get killed.
The defensive 3-second call. So it's a technical. One against Charles Oakley wasn't quite close enough to someone. What's coming up this week and next in the NBA on Sunday on ESPN? It is the Trailblazers and the Mavericks. And Dallas seems to have gotten it going once again. You saw the win over Philadelphia last night. Then Wednesday on ESPN, it's the Mavs and the Rockets. Yao Ming, another chance to look at him. Thursday on TNT, Timberwolves, Mavs, the Kings, and the Sonics. It's all Mavs all the time next week. It's a fun team to watch.
They are fun. They should be on a lot, along with Sacramento. With Sacramento, I would pay admission to see them play. Just play the game the way it's supposed to be played. They move the basketball. If you're open, you get the ball.
Ron Lue backs it out this time as Leitner comes over to set the screen. Now Leitner's open. Jump shot, a little bit short. Corey Blunt with the rebound. Brunson weaves his way around Stackhouse. Robinson. I love watching this kid play. I mean, he will just fly with the long arms and find a way to get to the goal.
He's one of those players that when he jumps, he looks like he's jumping off the trampoline, but there's not one there. I mean, he doesn't need all that stuff. The mascots need his legs.
Exactly. Stackhouse now. Shot clock again under 10. Stackhouse trying to work. Robinson was there. Brunson as well. Robinson reaches in and he picks up the foul, and I'm not sure that Coach Bill Cartwright agrees with that call.
That's just Stackhouse creating something. I thought he had a shot. He brought the ball into Robinson and he created the contact. That's what I love about Jerry Stackhouse. If he doesn't have it going from the outside, he can definitely get it going because he's going to go to the bucket. Here he is. He's forcing this action. He's taking it at Robinson, creating the contact. He's getting himself to the free throw line.
Drops them both down and gets us back to an even game at 32 apiece. About 6.5 to go here in the first half. Brunson now weaving his way up the floor. Blunt comes to the ball, drops it down to Jalen Rose. Rose trying to create something, but Kwame Brown was there. Hughes as well gets it back, no good. Blunt with the rebound. Drops it into Rose, who gets fouled and gets it on the iron and won't stay down.
He didn't see that shot or that block coming. Brown came out of nowhere to block that shot. First off, Larry Hughes is tough enough to get the shot over. He goes for it. Larry Hughes comes up with that block. It looked like Kwame Brown from our angle, but Larry Hughes, the athlete, and that length get into that shot.
Jalen Rose has been struggling a little bit tonight. 1 of 10 from the field.
Larry Hughes has that ability, John, and that's what you try to get through to young players. I remember my first year in the league, Larry Brown told me, why don't you use that ability that you have on the offensive end, use it on the defensive end as well. And it just makes sense. You have a guy like Larry Hughes who's got a 100-inch vertical. I mean, he's got long arms. He has a great feel for the game. How come he can't be a great defender?
Not as much fun is probably what young players will tell you.
Exactly. It doesn't bring you it doesn't put you on the highlight film, and you don't get paid for playing defense. At least that's the perception.
Shot clock's at 2. Hughes has to go to work. Scoops it, and no, 24-second violation. And that was waved off before it even missed the iron, so he did not get the shot off in time. Doug Collins has some choice words, doesn't agree. Michael Jordan It's his night. Looking right now. He'll be back soon enough. While we were away, the Chicago Bulls showing a lot of class, as well they should, to this man. Ran this video tribute, and everyone, including Michelle, Sean, and myself, you're mesmerized. You look at the screen, and you remember every moment.
Man, all I can say is people forget. They forget how great Michael was. They want to anoint a new guy the star. I mean, Michael set the bar so high, John. He came out every night. He gave his best. I still look at those highlights, and I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, there's little question that regardless of what happens in the rest of the history of the NBA, those of you who had a chance to watch Michael Jordan, both in his peak and, yes, even this year as he fades out into the sunset, you're just privileged to have known that you've watched greatness. It doesn't matter whether it's basketball or any other venture in life, you can appreciate greatness.
You're a part of history. I got to play against Michael plenty of times. I guarded him a whole lot of times, probably more often than I would have liked to, because he'd blow you up in a hurry. I mean, for him to put up 15 or 20 on a quarter on you wasn't unusual.
At least you're honest. Clock is at 3 now. Brunson into Robinson, into the corner, and he buries a 3.
Robinson showing us his entire package tonight. Showing you that athletic ability on the break, then he's going outside and knocking down threes.
Tyronn Lue around the screen set by Jordan, tries to lose Brunson. Laettner now. Jordan coming off the baseline. Brunson really being aggressive and goes up and a little too aggressive that time. And he picks up the foul. Brunson is one of those guys who's very, very aggressive. Sometimes he'll get a call against him because of that.
Yeah, but you're not going to get that call tonight. Let's be realistic.
Good point.
Michael might get every call tonight. He ought to just shoot the ball every time he touches it and just take it to the basket. Every opportunity he gets, he might get every call.
Someone was in the vicinity. It's got to be a foul. The Bulls were on a 10-2 run before Jordan dropped in that free throw. Comes up short with the second one, but the rebound comes right to him.
I thought I was passing out. I was seeing all these flashes. Seeing all these white flashes, all these people taking pictures of Michael on the free throw line.
Another foul on the reach in as Kwame Brown almost had the handle on the ball, and they say advantage gain as he reached for it, swatted away. So Kwame Brown goes to the line again. Fred Hoiberg picked up the foul. Kwame's making a living at the line tonight.
As he should. A big man with that kind of body, if he figures it out, if he listens to that coaching staff, he figures it out, he's going to be a guy who has the ability to dominate.
He certainly has the tools. That was his 8th free throw. Pass from Brunson down to Donyell Marshall, knocked out of bounds, but last touch by the Wizards, so it'll belong to Chicago with 16 on the shot clock.
That was a good call. I did not make that call.
Brunson trying to find Donyell Marshall. Finally, Hoiberg. Robinson gives it back to Hoiberg. Down to Corey Blunt. Swings it at Haywood and loses it. And Jordan comes out of there with the steal. Oh, and then the pass down to Lue to Kwame Brown. Kwame too strong with it. And now Brunson wants to run. And Robinson with the long arms. A little finger roll.
And he just caught that ball and elevated. As soon as he caught it, he went up with it. Looked like he jumped off a springboard. I was surprised he didn't dunk that. But Kwame Brown on the opposite end, he's got to finish that play. He's got to dunk that ball.
Jordan now working on a Robinson. Shoots over him. Comes up short. Hoiberg with the rebound.
Robinson has those long arms. Tough to get your shot up.
Robinson is one of those guys who makes the game look